Many people who are against stacking gold and silver will argue that, well, you can't eat your gold and silver in an emergency situation or a shit hit the fan situation. And it's not going to save your life, therefore, you're wasting your time. Well, I tend to agree with them. And here's why. During the actual event, you have to remember at that time, most people have about a week's worth of food in their home. And during the actual event, they have plenty of supplies to keep them alive. And a normal event will last, on average, about a week. And then things start to normalize. Now, how fast they normalize? Well, that's a different story all unto itself. You can't really tell. The floods in New Orleans, the actual storm and the actual flooding only lasted about 5 days. And yes, it took months, if not years, to normalize. However, that was with the help of the United States government helping them out. In a shit hit the fan situation, we're going to go with that math. And let's just say most people have about a week's worth of food. Therefore, for a week or so, they're not going to need to barter or trade for food unless they have not prepared. And in that situation, if they haven't prepared, then there's a good chance they don't even know what gold and silver is. Therefore, they're not going to be able to barter with those. And will have to solely rely on any extra supplies they might have, whether it be ammo, their own labor, that sort of thing. But during that episode, the event, again, most people will have about a week's worth of food on hand. It is after the event ends and after things are starting to get back to normal, or at least people are working towards getting things back to normal by rebuilding their communities and whatnot. It is during those times that is when silver and gold are going to be a real powerful factor in bartering for your extra supplies, for even labor. Again, I need to step backwards. During the event, when people have food on hand, I don't think there'll be any bartering because they'll be concentrating on surviving the actual event and the fact that they have food. When things calm down, people poke their heads out of their house and start to rebuild their communities, and as they're running out of supplies is when they will start to barter, not during the actual event. I will say this, even if, and another argument is that silver and gold are going to go to zero, and it's going to be worthless during a shit hit the fan situation. And let's just, for playing the devil's advocate, say that they're correct. We're just going to go ahead and say gold and silver will be worthless during a shit hit the fan situation. Well, then so will cash. But more importantly, does that mean we should stop trying? Take care. I'll see you next video.